Hello, welcome to Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station. Here comes the latest updates. According to the Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers, shrimp exports reached 1.5 billion USD in the first half of this year, an increase of 5.7% compared to the same period last year. Despite the impact of COVID-19 pandemic, Vietnam's shrimp exports to key markets still recorded positive growth. Particularly in June 2020, shrimp exports reached nearly 350 million USD, up 19.2% over the same period last year. Notably, Vietnam's shrimp exports to two key markets, the US and China, in June still recorded positive growth. In addition, shrimp exports to markets such as Korea, the UK, and Canada have a double-digit growth. Vietnam's shrimp prices also tend to increase. Inventory in main markets such as Japan, the USA, and EU is not as high as in previous months. Therefore, Vietnam's shrimp exports are forecast to continue to grow positively in the coming months. On July 23rd, Communist Youth Union of Binh Hoa City collaborated with Communist Youth Union of Đồng Nai Business Sector, organized an incense offering and lit a candle of gratitude to the monument of Lam Sơn Company. At the ceremony, union members and young people respectfully presented incense at the monument of Lam Sơn Company and spent a minute in memory of the heroic martyrs who bravely sacrificed for the freedom and independence of the nation. After the incense offering ceremony, the youth union members lit candles of gratitude. During the peak week of gratitude, many youth union establishments in Binh Hoa City organized many meaningful activities such as cleaning the cemeteries and whitewashing the monument of martyrs, as well as visiting, encouraging, and giving gifts to policy beneficiaries in the area. On July 23rd, Ho Chi Minh City Pasteur Institute organized a training course to implement key monitoring of acute laboratories infections COVID-19 for health workers in Đồng Nai. The two main training contents are the respiratory infection monitoring procedure to be carried out from August 2020 to July 2021 and the collection, storage, and transportation of COVID-19 test specimens. According to the Pasteur Institute, the goals of this course is to strengthen local monitoring and testing capacity to detect, diagnose, and report COVID-19 based on the current resources and capacity. Also, the goal is to participate in international efforts to detect and monitor the spread of COVID-19 in the community. This training course provided health workers with knowledge and skills in monitoring respiratory infections and how to collect, store, and transport specimens in accordance with regulations. On July 23rd, the White House and Kremlin said that the U.S. President Donald Trump and his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin on the same day conducted a telephone conversation discussing a series of current hot issues. According to the White House, during the phone call, President Donald Trump said he wanted to avoid an expansive arms race with Russia and China and hope for progress in the coming arms control negotiations in Vienna. The White House said the two leaders discussed ways to reverse the COVID-19 pandemic while continuing to reopen global economies. Meanwhile, according to the Kremlin statement, the two leaders also discussed Iran's nuclear weapons program, which White House did not mention in its statement. It was the first phone call between Trump and Putin since last month and took place days after the US, the UK, and Canada accused Russia of seeking to steal information related to the COVID-19 vaccine. On July 23rd, with 465 votes in favor and 150 votes against, the European Parliament (EP) voted in favor of a resolution to change the long-term budget of the European Union (EU), which has been adopted by 27 member countries. The EP approved resolution warns that MPs will not accept a long-term budget agreement when voting later this year and called for talks to improve the proposal. Many MPs expressed disappointment when many of their priorities in the budget were cut, while some of the content was moved to a recovery plan. The EP's resolution assesses that national interests and positions may harm the ability to achieve resolutions and common interests. The resolution warns EU leaders cannot solve the problem of how the loan to fund the post-COVID-19 recovery plan will be repaid from the budget. Earlier, EU leaders had reached an agreement on a long-term budget of 1,074 trillion euros and a plan for a post-pandemic recovery of 750 billion euros. That's the end of the news for today. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.